Hello and welcome back to the Hayden Show with me and Hayden and Van Helsing here.
I killed a vampire on the way over here, I did. And I fucked a few goats as well! Hey! I don't know what that conversation I don't know what that conversation's all about. Oh, let's have some drunken talk. What should we talk about? Let's talk about fucking goats. What? Yeah, let's talk about fucking goats. Castlevania!
Yeah, that's what we watched. We watched the pilot of Castlevania.
The Netflix original series, which is now finished.
Is it?
But they're doing the spin-off.
Oh.
It was that popular. And it's like my second favourite anime.
Oh.
Vampires.
Yes, but we do
Monsters.
We love our vampires.
Magic.
Literally, like,
Witchcraft.
the top I'm wearing is literally a vampire.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, obviously, this is something that's going to interest me. And obviously, you, obviously.
Yeah. I've seen every single episode. Loved the entire show. Can't wait for the spin-off.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, it gets in, like, quite interesting. You see, like, when the Dracula and this girl who becomes his wife, Lisa, they see him meet, and it's like nice. They got chemistry. They're kind of cool. And then it cuts to her being burnt on a stake. We learn that they got married, and she was the only thing stopping him from killing every single person in existence. And now they killed her. He's like,
he got pissed.
Right, that's it. There, you all die. So he gives them.
So a lot of this episode focuses heavily on Dracula,
Yeah,
and it ignores the rest of the characters that you're going to get to meet. So obviously, it's all focused on what's starting Dracula to start the war. That's going to be like the big part of this show. Why is this happening? Obviously, this focuses on why. Obviously, as it goes along, obviously the show in general, you do get to see flashbacks between them meeting and her death. Like obviously them getting together and whatnot. You get to see more of that. But for the pilot, it's a straight up. Oh, we've met. Oh, she's dead. Time to kill everyone. You get 1 year to say goodbye, pray to your god, and then I'm back. And he fucking comes back. I mean, raining blood.
Yeah, literally.
The gore in this show, as it goes on as well, is fucking all everywhere.
We've all had the phrase, like, paint the town red. Like, mostly, a lot of vampire films, they do that joke. He literally fucking paints the red.
Yeah, rains blood, fucking gushes blood everywhere, fire, fucking just carnage. I mean, it obviously you say paint the town red, obviously it slowly does with the rain, and you think, oh, it's not gonna be too much, and then you see these little creatures falling from the sky, and nothing too much for that. You're like, hey, hold on, and then you see the castle rise, and you see the fucking doors open, you see all these I think the night creatures. That's a blue fang. That's different creatures. It's one of the creatures you haven't met yet. You see, basically the winged creatures, and they just tear everyone limb from limb. Not just the adults, the kids as well. Their fucking eyes fucking ripped out, guts fucking everywhere, arms flailing. This does not hold back, which is why it's an 18.
Yeah,
it does not hold back. It's fucking gore whatsoever. I mean, it even has some nudity in fucking series 3. Like 2 sex scenes, which pissed a lot of people off. People are saying, why the fuck we want to watch an animated sex scene? It made sense for the plot. But, you know, these people got bitchy about it, didn't they? But, I mean, for the first episode, the fact that you don't even get to meet your main character till the end, which is obviously Trevor Belmont. Sorry, I had to look at the Funko over there just to remember his first name. I had to make sure because it's Hector as well. But Hector's not a main part of this, it's Trevor. But, I mean, obviously, you haven't even met Cypher yet, the magic based one of the show. You've only met Dracula and Alucard.
Yeah.
And what? Is it Adrian?
Yeah.
They referred to him as Alucard though, if I remember correctly. And you only get to see a glimpse of him. And then that's it. And that
you can't even see his face, he's like he's all white out.
You just see the haircut and the blade, which if you know the game and you'll know who it is. And obviously, if you've seen the show further ahead, you know who it is. But obviously, for someone who's new, you'd be like, who's this guy? What's his deal here? I mean, as I say, he's a Tepes. He's obviously Dracula's kid. So obviously, you don't know that. You just see these two people fighting. And as you go along, we know he's like, oh shit, Dracula's son doesn't even agree with him. And it's just something interesting, because obviously the animation is quite gritty looking, which it has to be.
The gore and the work.
And what's interesting with this first series, it's only 4 episodes. first series, only 4 episodes. As it goes along, obviously there are more episodes in the series. But for the first series, it's only 4 episodes. And so you don't get to meet your main character till the very end of the first episode. And I don't think you meet her till it's in the next episode, or the episode after. And I can't remember if he's part of this series or not. I know he's part of the series too. I think he might be like part of the back end of the series. Obviously, this first series mainly focuses on the aftermath of all this, before obviously eventually introducing the other vampires, the other ones involved in it. But for the first episode, it definitely draws you in for the carnage alone. Because it's probably one of the most brutalist things you can watch. Yeah. Because it's just, even just close-up shots of people just lying there, guts everywhere, and it's like, fucking hell.
Blood flowing into the drains and stuff.
It's just fucking... Whew! Definitely something that gets you hook, line, sinker.
Definitely, because you want to see more of Vlad slaughtering people, really. Like, that's a good part of it. You just want to know who that character was right at the end.
Yeah, they're mocking the Belmont family.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
You're like, what the fuck's
who this guy is.
What's that guy? Is he a Belmont? What the fuck's going on? It's quite... He definitely draws you in. He definitely makes you want to watch more. And the carnage is just... Wow.
So definitely... Not this episode alone, but as the show goes along, it does well. Because this one just does well at juggling the... just a horror element more than anything.
Yeah.
But as it goes along, it does obviously has to juggle horror, comedy, action. But you don't get to see that within this. You just get to see the horror side of it. So if you're a horror fan, this will hook you in straight away of, I need to see this. Obviously, if you're a fan of the games, Castlevania games, I mean, I've never played them personally, but I've played them in Super Smash Bros. In obviously the latest game. Obviously, you can play as Trevor and Hector in that, if I remember correctly. And I obviously played as them in that. Even though they're a bit shit in that game because compared to other ones, and I prefer King K. Rool, but you know, that's just my opinion. It's definitely one for the horror fans more than anything. This is. I mean, if you're weak-hearted for gore and everything, look a fucking way. You don't be watching this. Yeah. Find anything. Watch one of the kids ones we're gonna cover in the next 2 weeks. Watch one of them instead. Just stay away from this because it's gory as fuck. But if you're a horror fan, check it out. Yeah, 100% check it out.
If you like stuff like vampires and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Like... You're a big vampire fan, not the fucking shitty teen drama vampires or the glittering in the sunlight vampires.
Fair.
Actual vampires.
Vampire Diaries is good.
It's alright. It's better than Twilight.
The spin-offs are better.
It's better than Twilight, so I'll give it that.
I'd rather watch like that than Twilight. I'd watch New Moon, but I won't watch the first one.
I mean, if you're obviously a full-on vampire fan, it's definitely something checking it. So as I said, this one fully focuses on Vlad, on Dracula, which to everyone in the city is just a myth. No one believes he's real, even when he appears in that big massive fiery vision, which looks really cool.
Like, it's not really Dracula. Real. It's just the devil. Like
it's black magic.
What makes that better?
It's black magic. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's like, you really just murdered my wife, and they're saying I am not real.
I'm going to slaughter.
I mean, even like a year later, they're all celebrating. It's like the fucking wrinkly ass Pope comes out, looks dead anyway. It's like, a year ago, we sentenced a woman to witchcraft and death.
Satan
came and said that he'd kill us, and
he lied. A year. He'll never do it again.
All fake. Fucking dark clouds coming over.
He will definitely never
carries on basically. Sticking a finger up to Dracula while the darkness screams like, fuck you! Obviously, not swearing, but he's basically essentially going, fuck you, Dracula! You're not real!
It was literally one of those moments where, like you're saying, they're slagging off Dracula, and it's like, he's standing right behind me, isn't he?
Everyone knows, but in this case, it's just blood dripping from the sky. But it's quite a funny moment of him just slagging him off. I was literally there watching going, he did realise there's dark clouds over him, right? No one's really paying attention to the fact that, nice sunny day.
Yeah.
Quickly gone dark.
He's there like, oh, my fish is gone again. Oh, not again.
He's old. He probably just thinks he's going to murder a bit.
Yeah, he probably can't even see anyway. He's probably blind.
He's either blind or he's got fucking, what's that condition called?
Cataracts.
Yeah, he's got cataracts. That's the word I was after. More than likely. But I mean, it definitely, from a vampire point of view, it does draw you in. Because I do like the fact that, there is a lot of characters you need to meet going along, but you need to know why this is all going to happen, this massive battles. So you need something to kickstart you off. I think this story plays out until the end of series 2. And then series 3 and 4, there's an extra war that's going on, which you get to obviously it develops as it goes along. But obviously, for the first 2 series, you need to know what's going to happen. So you need to know why it's happening, and this is obviously why it's happening is because his wife's died. So it definitely leaves you a lot of. Obviously, there's a few questions. Obviously, I said the 2 mystery strangers that they say.
Yeah.
And then there's just the idea of, I want to know what's going to happen next. They just literally ended on saying, "Oh, these creatures are the hordes are like, I think they're just going to miss us. They're coming in and whatnot." It's like, I want to see these fucking hordes.
Same.
I want to see what's going on here because I mean, there's that really cool sequence when Dracula's made it of like crows. When his face is like, "Oh, kill for the fact that they've murdered my wife," and he's like saying, "Kill."
Whole
yeah, he's like spread out across the lands and murder everyone in your sight. Like that was like really cool. I mean, visually, I think it's really good.
Oh, definitely.
It has a great animation, but I mean, when it has the fire elements and the crows, it looked really fucking good. And obviously, as I say, as it goes on, when it adds the magic side of it more, you get to see a lot more visuals, which you don't get to see within this. But for the first one, it does a lot, showcasing most of the animation styles you're going to get.
I do like how the design for Dracula and his powers is very more traditional, back to like the proper origins of a vampire. It's not just like, oh, they just drink blood and they're fast and strong and that's it. It's more of like, it's all these interesting power, like the fire abilities, and not just bats but crows and obviously in the intro it shows a wolf as well, doesn't it? The intro at the end, can't remember.
Yeah.
But at some point, it shows him turning into a wolf, like a silhouette.
The outro was just a black screen with the text. It was the intro, I think.
So you see that,
which looked very manga.
Big reference to
looked very manga.
Big reference to the original like Dracula, where it was like he could turn it into a wolf. There's all other aspects. It's not just bats.
I mean, they even reference is a human form.
Yeah.
Because they obviously she's like stop impaling people, and he's like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, referring to him being Bloody Impaler, his inspiration originally.
Exactly.
Really good. I liked how they did that, and it's very a good, refreshing take on vampires. Back to the original designs. It's a bit like Young Dracula. And like you see that a lot of how they do Dracula is he's very like the original.
Yeah.
He's not just a carbon copy vampire.
Yeah. It definitely makes me want to go back and watch the whole show again because I want to. I forgot how much I love the show because obviously I think it was last year it finished, and it definitely makes me want to go back and actually watch it all from the beginning again before they did the spin-off because it's just so good. I mean, it gets even better as it goes along. Especially some of the fight scenes you get to see. I mean, I showed you the glimpse of the last fight scene when obviously Trevor's fighting that big, massive fucking like vampire, and it's like really fucking. I'd say Death is fighting the Grim Reaper. Like I showed you that one. And it's just so fucking good. As I say, this makes me want to go back and watch it again. It's just so fucking good. And on that note, what would you give it?
I would say because vampire like that, it's very interesting. I definitely want to see more. I'm gonna say 91.
91.
I like my vampires, so
91. Well, I forgot to say as well. The episode's called Witch Bottle. That's what the episode's titled. I forgot to. So all the other ones didn't have like they're just called season 1, episode 1. So obviously I've just been skipping them. But Castlevania actually has a title for the episode, which is Witch Bottle. Each episode has a title. Okay then. So, whoa, let's change the game. So let's call it Castle. So that's 91. Let's change all these real quick. Right down the list, knocking all numbers down. Okay, so pretty simple in the sense that it Castlevania slots straight into second position, knocking everything down by 1. So obviously the beginning is still in last, but now it's in 8th. So obviously we have 2 more for this series to cover. Well, give us your thoughts on Castlevania in the comments. If you like the first episode, if it drew you in enough to watch the actual show, and how what your opinions on the show throughout the 4 series run. If you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, if you're going to check out the spin-off, what you hope the spin-off's going to bring to the franchise.
I think the main question as well is, are you Team Edward, Team Jacob?
Fuck's sake, Hayden. Goodbye. If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And well, I'll see you on the next video.